The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome, everybody, to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, episode 935. Big numbers. We are the Whiskey Brothers.
935.
Yeah, to my right, Sam Damaris. Across the table, Trey Tutson. And then across the table again, Jerry Wayne Longmire. We have got Will Loden in the. He's driving the show back there.
1 through 4.
We have put him on all the turntables. Will's gonna be on a show coming up tomorrow night. We're launching a brand new show called "Is This Thing On?" Jerry Wayne is producing that in the background. Trey Tutson's gonna be on along with Will Loden, and MC Lotto will be our guests on the very first episode. We're gonna do local Houston comics once a week in a bit of a more written show. I guess.
Fellas, I just gotta say, I'm looking around the table. I know you're going through some things. You look like you're beat up. This weather, I think, is making us groggy. We got to do this now.
Oh, hey, to everybody and enjoying ourselves in a good. We get to commune on Mondays. This is when we all come in and make ourselves feel better. Trey's gonna do it with some White Claw.
I am, because it's a hot girl summer. So
You're now, you're getting better. On Saturday, we had a show in New Braunfels. We all saddled up in the car.
Talking about hot girl summer, New Braunfels.
Yeah,
so many underage.
Here's the thing. We went during summer. If New Braunfels, Texas, is well known for being the tubing capital of Texas. It's the hill country. People go out, they rent tubes, they wear skimpy clothing, they dive into the river with coolers, and that is your day. We saw a great many of those people.
Yeah.
Some of those were just a great many one person. They were
triggered.
I saw one of them. There's probably a bunch of that down there too. A lot of triggers. Shit, man.
I felt it's weird that I get in a place where I feel unsafe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that felt a little deliverance-y to me. And I don't know if you've seen that movie. It doesn't work out too good for the chubby guy.
Well,
And I'm assuming there's no black guy in it.
we had
No, that's why the chubby guy got fucked.
We had a very good time. We had a good show. It was small, but it was mighty. It was full of Whiskey Brothers fans and the like.
It was a lot of fun.
We did. Trey, you had to take the bullet. Everybody did a bit of an unorthodox show. You had to go first. You weren't feeling great.
Yeah, I was just out of breath and losing my voice and like just fucked up. My asthma was out of control.
You were in the car. You were in the back seat behind me on the drive up there.
Wheezing.
Bro, it was like every now and again I felt like we were transporting some sort of dinosaur. Like those scenes that you remember, you watched the beginning of Army of the Dead and they had that one zombie in the thing and they would just make and you're just like, is this? And then I would check and it would be you.
I did not know little people could snore. I didn't know that was a thing.
Man,
I thought sleep apnea only happened when you got fat. I didn't know that little things could snore like that.
I was like, we gotta turn this fucking radio up. Yeah, I apologize. I was out of breath.
You're gonna apologize? Why would you apologize?
No, hold on, man. You made the show. You felt like shit. You made the show. You have nothing to apologize for.
Yeah, and you had a great set.
Appreciate that. I'm just courteous to those sounds. I mean, I've kicked people out of my house for snoring too loud.
Yeah.
It's the
But
hypocrisy.
that's the reason you used to finally get some sleep at the end of a 3-day threesome. That's a.
Fair.
I was pissed off at you on the ride home because I didn't have nobody to talk to. I just kept hollering at them shit.
Yeah.
We got you. Yeah, we got you in the car like luggage on the way home.
I was done, man. But y'all kept checking on me like I was a prize. What you were was a little black dude who ran off by himself into Braunfels, Texas. Of course we were looking.
Yeah, we're splashing water on you like you're a dolphin of some sort, like making sure you're okay.
Well, we were driving home. I kept poking him. I was like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
I was like, I want to know if rigor mortis sets in.
Yeah,
we got a problem.
Like he got me from a wanted poster. Like
whatever.
He's not good if he's not alive, fellas.
At some point, it's you cease being our responsibility, right? So we keep checking. If you're breathing by the time we get to the apartment complex parking lot, all we got to do is push you out. And we don't know what happened.
You were asleep. We exited Eldridge, and he said, "We're close enough." He shaves problem right now. I heard him say, "I heard everything."
I didn't think he couldn't hear me. You act like I was saying this behind limo glass, and I got busted. That's
And here's the other thing. You know, if you got a black guy dead in your car in Harris County, there's going to be a lot of questions.
not
But
if you have another
you're
black guy with
out-
you.
If you're out in Lake Canyon Lake, there's going to be a lot less questions. You know what I mean?
That's
Our
less
question is,
We'll
where
take
do
care of this.
where
We've
do we
done this
dump it?
before.
Is the only question.
As soon as
They
they see
pull you
that,
over and go, "Thank you."
as soon as they see that metal T-shirt, they go, "All right, so you three white folks. What took place?"
Yeah,
There's gonna be a lot of that word you won't say anymore.
Yeah, Sam's jamming Temple of the Dog. I don't know. It's going to be anybody.
that was a
worried.
good ride home. That's sometimes, man. You get into that groove on the way home, and it was a perfect vibe. You passed out
That
at the right
group was
place.
called marijuana.
That's
Man,
y'all were down. That was you were
I
perfect.
wanted to smoke so bad, but I got too many.
Through what? You were gonna run it through that filter? That
Well,
could barely bringing oxygen through.
I'll tell you what fucked me up. I just bummed a cigarette to just relax and calm down.
Oh,
And that
get rid of your asthma.
That took the rest of the air. That I ain't thinking. I'm in habit.
I thought about it when I was on stage. I was like, "Oh, he asked me for a cigarette."
You know, it was
I-
stupid.
I
It
gave
was
him
the
that.
dumbest. It's the dumbest thing. It's like, you know, it's like when you fooling around with a girl and you just go down. You're like, "Oh, I'm just used to doing this. I forgot about that string." Like you just. I'm sorry, baby. You did say that nothing is happening tonight.
I guess it's gonna fuck up my throat.
Do you ever just pull it and see if she makes that Woody the Toy Story voice?
There's a snake in my boot.
Ah, fuck. He got me like Red Fox in this motherfucker. I can't.
It's the big one, Elizabeth.
I can't get the laugh
What up,
out. God,
JC?
that's so funny.
Smoke a cigarette.
Don't fuck up my throat.
We had a good time.
a great
Thanks to the
time.
folks at Goofy's. Our buddy Jay LaFar booked the show. It was fun to be there.
Bryce Weathersby coming through as always. with
Yeah,
his
my
daughter.
buddy. Yeah, we had my buddy Nick was out there. We had some. Ashley and Nelly and the whole family came out. That's always a good time. So and my buddy Shane and it was all good. So we do live shows all the time. I don't know if we have another one planned. I'm at the Houston Improv
August.
briefly. So we're doing a Comic-Con here in Houston. August is that 6th, I think.
6th through 8th.
We're just doing the Saturday. So whatever that day
Probably
is.
7th.
We're gonna go in and we're gonna do a live podcast and see if we can corral some guests from there onto the show. I am at the Houston Improv on Sunday. Weirdly, I jumped on a show with Kristen Linder and Rich Williams, so I'm gonna go spill some whiskey on him and do a couple of minutes. That'll be fun.
Williams.
Yank the cord out of the mic before he goes on stage. Good luck, Rick.
It's all good, man. Rich made everything right, and I'm happy to share the stage. And we'll have him back on the podcast. I'm gonna bring him on for an episode of Is This Thing On? He's
As
gonna
long
do
as
one
that
of those
doesn't
things.
mean we stop making fun of you.
No,
Okay.
never. Pour up some more whiskey. We got a long way to go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna always mess with Rich because Rich came with me one time and I was like super new in comedy. And he was just telling me about what he was. You know,
Uh-huh.
He don't like to be mistaken for Nigeria, which is fair. He's
Right.
Sierra
Sierra
Leone
Leone.
and something else.
Right. He's
was
blood diamonds.
Yeah,
Yeah. Get
so
your.
he's like, yeah.
Does he know he's in America?
So he goes, yeah. He's like explaining all this stuff.
Where they think Africa's a country.
He's having this crazy woke moment with me or whatever. Yeah, you know, man, I'm like the original people, you know, we're the original people and blah, 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 the whole thing. I was like, nigga, you still get shot the same. Like it's not.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Explain
sure-
Sierra Leone to the police.
Pretty sure fucking.
I'm from Sierra Leone. He's cussing at me in Spanish.
She gonna
Shoot him.
shit out of blood diamond.
Sounds like you don't belong in Sierra Plantation. Get your ass in the car.
I'm from Sierra Leone. And that Bloods or Crips?
I can see some cop go, "Oh, so you're Mexican too?"
Yes, we're going to bring Rich back. A couple of things to note before we get into whatever we're going to talk about tonight. You see us drinking from this big bottle of Jack. That was a gift from Jack Daniels for Rob Mungle's retirement. We always toast we pour a little bit out for the homie who is retired from the show but not retired from the Whiskey Brothers in spirit. We are running out of whiskey. Let's just say that. And since Sam has been back in town,
We've been running through it. God damn.
we have gone through. We go through half a bottle between the end of every episode and when y'all leave.
That's literally the blackest thing about Sam, his liver.
Yeah,
You're not black. Check my liver. real
oh
quick.
no, his lungs are like me too. Me too. This
Hashtag me too.
Hashtag Black Organs Matter.
Black organs matter.
That's
Yeah,
tremendous.
you know what? I can fucking breathe.
So,
Yo, that's like no, a white dude in Get Out would be pissed off if he got your body.
So-
He'd be like, oh, this is bullshit. Let me out, please, please.
yeah, they changed the name of that movie to Try to Get Out. That's
Fuck.
Shit, yeah, man.
so
Oh, God.
what the fuck was I talking about? You guys have
Stuff
lost me
of note.
entirely.
You did
We
the
need
whiskey?
whiskey.
Whiskey, we need.
We have gotten our good friend Nate Williams.
Black livers matter.
There it
livers,
is, BLM. Who said that? Good
Good
kill
kill
you.
you.
Good. That's strong. That's really funny. That got some
strong.
love in the chat. It deserves it.
Yeah.
We have some bottles of Stranahan's that were given to us by our friend Nate Williams in Colorado. He's in Aurora. He sent us a great package. We are hanging on to, I know, at least 2 bottles of the single barrel because we just have to.
Okay.
But past that, we're running out desperately.
Deanne Landry
Oh.
says he's got us coming.
All right, so we got some
week.
coming. The other thing I need to mention before we continue, the vaultsoflore.com studio.
I can actually do the voice. This is
The
vaultsoflore.com.
okay, now you're
Kinda sexy.
That's
yeah, I was gonna say,
man.
you're doing Pornhub now.
I got
This is
half
full
a job
blown.
over here. That was nice.
You're full blown. Do it now. You're I'm trying to go to one of these.
I want to turnt.
I wish it was your cock I was sucking.
Vaults of Lore. Get your stepmom in here.
I don't know. It's a competition for you two now.
This motherfucker sounds like Siri after midnight. You know, just
Vaultsoflore.com. The book is Ajikalia Volume 1, Magic's End. It is available on Amazon. You can get there by going through vaultsoflore.com. That's what we recognize. You guys beat me to the punch on this book. I was sent a pre-release copy of the Kindle that I didn't get into. You guys took the 2 hard copies from the studio, and you have outpaced me. Your chapter's 10ish.
I'm in chapter 7.
I had to tap out at 12.
Because you're dying.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe, which I didn't know affects your reading.
So yeah, your eyes get all weird. So you guys are still deeply on your way. He's ahead of you.
Breathing affects everything.
Yeah. How is the book? You guys did nothing but talk about it on the way up.
I'm into it now. And I'm gonna be honest. At the beginning, there's a lot, and it takes a little while to get into that. But once you get into it, like I'm a fantasy fiction guy,
Same.
so I like that shit. But this is fantasy fiction on a level of which I have never encountered before. There are so many angles and so many perspectives. We were joking that it's not third party; it's like eighth party. So we're hearing a lot of different perspectives. Right now, I'm at the part where Who Will throws a spear at the dragon, and it falls down for some reason, radiates all the druids.
Oh,
Yeah, Danish.
Man, you gonna make me read this book.
Danish druids are getting radiated by an alien thing from another realm that came through a portal. That
tell me
looks
you
like
wouldn't
a
watch that
dragon.
on Netflix.
dude, I watched that on an acid trip. I'm like, this sounds oddly familiar.
Yeah, it's getting intriguing as hell, and so
Okay.
I'm kind of wrapped into it.
This is the first fantasy I've ever read.
Right.
I can't.
Aside
I'm
from
sure your
one
parents
near
told you a
penthouse.
story about how they loved you, but outside of that, that's it's a
Fair
birthday card.
Fair enough. Yeah. But I
That was an
can't-
asshole thing to say. I don't know why I said
it's-
that.
I thought he
all
read the Bible. That's
That's
why I was
right.
like, what?
Yeah, I thought you were going.
Can you go to church?
Okay. But I can't interpret it as because I am wildly I'm confused.
Right.
I can give you a little bit of, but I don't really, I have no idea what's happening. But you're breaking it down. I'm gonna actually go back and reread.
Yeah.
those
Well, where it
chapters.
came together for me is like chapter 4 is when everything really started gelling.
It starts
to
smoothing
be.
it out once he gets into that body.
Yeah, and there's short
That-
chapters.
that
You get
he-
to chapter 4 really quick.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, there's just a lot of information dumped on you to set the
You
context.
gotta set it up, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
and this is a setup. Like, dude, this is like I said. Six person. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is a huge
Jumping
setup.
through a lot of hoops, but I would recommend if you're into fantasy, I definitely recommend.
If you like Lord of the Rings,
Lord
check
of the
it
Rings,
out, man.
Vaults of Lore for sure.
That's a lot of our fans. So vaultsoflore.com is the website. Look for the book, Vaults of Lore, Ajikalia Volume 1, Magic's End. The Vaults of Lore Studios, we spared no expense. We put a big sign up. We need a sign maker fan. If there's any fans that are sign makers and want to make the new Whiskey Brothers sign, just send us a message, and we'll take your whiskey and we'll take your sign. VaultSolore.com studios. Let's get into it. We have stuff to talk about tonight.
Well, I have been digging through so many articles in order to prepare. What's our show called tomorrow night?
Is this thing on? The show you're producing.
The show I'm producing is this thing on. But one of the things
you guys are co-producing. I don't want to say producing. You're kind of you're both. Yeah, it's a very much a y'all.
One of the things I've had to do is collect all these articles. You know, you and me came up with all these topics and these games, and I had to collect all these articles, and I stumbled on to some things I didn't know about, and I'm working on a bit about it, but I'm so baffled. This was some research done in the 1960s by a guy named John Lilly, who was like a famous LSD researcher type. There was a lot of those cats back then. What they did, they were trying to get dolphins to talk through their blowhole. Right?
Were they tripping when they came up with it?
I'm sure. It sounds like a euphemism.
But hang on. How do you let's start at the meeting where they sit down and get to blowhole. How did they get past mouth? Was that a study that failed and then they did the blowhole one, or did they start
out
at
of the
blowhole?
mouth, you get
But that's where you start.
Yeah.
But out of the blowhole you get nothing.
But
you get Trey behind me on the ride home from New Braunfels.
I was doing research. But they put these things together, and they brought this woman in named Margaret Howe to help them. She was a research assistant. And what they decided was she couldn't spend enough time with the dolphins, so they flooded this, like, structure, and they hung her a bed in there and everything where she could live amongst the dolphins.
Wait, did she float above her bed was above the...
It was hanging like a hammock above the water.
Like one of those hippie chairs.
Yeah. And,
hippie chairs. I don't know what
that's
that
not even. Look, man, this is so messed up. I don't even know where to go. It's.
So far, you put a bed in an aquarium. I'm willing to listen.
So she's working. She's working with these dolphins, trying to get them to talk to her, and she has
Does
one.
she wake up in the morning and just roll over and spruce?
She's working with this one dolphin named Peter, and Peter starts responding positively.
This better not be going where I think it's going with a dolphin named Peter and a girl with a bed in an aquarium.
Peter starts talking through his blowhole, and nobody can figure out why Peter all of a sudden starts talking through his blowhole. And then they find out that she was worried that Peter was.
We're gonna come back to talking through the blowhole.
Are we ever gonna get there?
They caught her having a relationship with the dolphin. She was, rubbing one out for him every time he showed up to class.
Wait, when you say rubbing one out, she was jacking him off?
Masturbating the dolphin.
Oh, I thought he was like, can you rub one out? And she was like, yeah. But through the blowhole. He was like, can you rub one out? And she was like, yeah.
And her response, she goes, well, look.
I thought he was a voyeur.
He was really excited and aroused every time he showed up. And that's a common thing with dolphins, getting aroused to human beings. And so she took it upon herself to start jacking the dolphin off so he could settle down and pay attention to his lessons. I'm not 100% sure that there's any mammal on this planet that you couldn't make by jacking it off. I bet I could make your dog talk. You know what I mean? There it is. Hell, I bet I could make a cat talk. You let me give me a minute alone with him. You know what I mean? Like,
how long?
I'm no Margaret Howe, but
what about a bat?
This went on for about a year until the government found out.
That's what I wonder. How'd you get busted?
And the government, and somebody leaked it, and there was a big interview in Playboy magazine for whatever. I guess they were running out of material. And the government cut the research and shut the project down, and they transported Peter to a wildlife, one of these refuges or whatever, and Peter killed himself. Did you know dolphins can kill themselves? They'll swim down to the bottom of the tank, stop breathing, and die.
Wow.
A human can't do that.
Like in a bathtub, you can't go...
Well, that's
what this bitch did.
Of the brain.
And
right,
the,
it kicks.
And the veterinarian said it was because he died of a broken heart, which is a weird diagnosis from a man of
I don't mean to laugh at heartbreak. That's insensitive of me.
But she
went
on and got married. They've made a documentary about this. She went on and got married and shit. And all I keep thinking about is like,
this selfish bitch.
Has there ever been a time though that her husband woke up and he was like saran wrapped up except just his dick? And she's just there. I need this,
And he goes,
and he's like, whisper sweet nothings in my ear.
God, dude, Go back to he killed himself.
He killed himself. Supposedly,
Yeah,
this is
supposedly.
what the veterinarian says.
You killed himself. This is some bullshit, and they should do some research. What if he just you don't know? What if that dolphin? What if his friends found out he was doing humanalities? What if they found out he was fucking a person and they took him and tied him to a fence like people used to do to gay people in the 80s or 90s, and they're just anybody who did something and they just took him out and they killed him.
Bestiality, yeah.
What if that's the case?
Because that does make sense. I like how I said.
What if he just got what if he's being bullied and shamed?
Are dolphins one of those like mate for life animals or something like that?
I don't know. Are they?
Like, what if he's got a mate back there and she's like, you smell like Estee Lauder and hamburgers. Get the fuck away from me.
And she found out, and then, oh my God.
That's what happened. The fucking dolphin wife killed him.
Whatever.
And she
I think he got jumped by some
Kurt
insect.
Cobain him. He got
Some unwoke dolphins.
Kurt Cobain.
And then they say that Courtney bitch murdered him.
Yes.
And then the whole
They
documentary
did not
on
say
that.
it. She did.
She did. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this dolphin.
I still like her. I feel like she might have saved us from whatever Nirvana might have done next. It was the proper time.
Hold
okay.
that shotgun while I take
were
a
on the
cool
way down,
cover
man.
picture of you.
Yeah, it was 100%. Look into the barrel. It was perfectly timed, but nevertheless, wow.
Yeah, man. I mean, the bit's going somewhere, but I'm just like, this totally messed up my view of dolphins. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
did you not think they were capable of this?
I just didn't know.
Did you hold dolphins in higher esteem than
Yeah,
this?
man. I always thought they were smarter than us. And
Why
some
is that
kind of
unsmart?
shit.
They had
I
sex with They got jacked off by an attractive woman on their
fair.
day off.
That's
They also rape people.
yeah. I knew that.
Y'all don't know that.
Are you saying that she had Stockholm syndrome and she was doing this because
No, I think it's the Florence Nightingale. He fell in love with the nurse.
that?
Yeah, that's.
I think that's what it was. And when he said like,
But I just love that. I love that her response was like, I had to calm him down, and I'm like, man, I'll go take English lessons if you got to calm me down like that. I bet I could learn Spanish like a motherfucker.
I don't know, but if you tell me you just jacked the dolphin off to calm him down, my response is going to be,
I'm gonna see if my wife will teach me Latin.
my teachers thought I talked a lot in class now. Like,
wow.
if that was my punishment,
Yeah, but afterwards you'd have been receptive to learning.
no, I'd have been asleep on my desk. That's what I would.
What
No wonder that dolphin was trying to say Margaret. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, get her back in here.
Out his blowhole.
What animal would you jack off if you could get it to speak?
What?
I would probably start with a dog just because of availability.
Dog proximity for you.
Yeah.
If you could get it to speak.
What animal are you? Because there's, in my opinion, there's animals that I just want to know. What
I'm going to be honest. The only.
I want to hear what a Jack Russell has to say.
Yeah, you
They're
ain't
very smart.
And is it English? I want to hear it. Does it have an accent?
No, 100% an accent.
It can't be English.
100% an accent. It's also the jacked off. Anyway, the point.
The jacked off Russell.
I would like to talk to a rhino. Be like, is it weird walking around that? Can you see past this bitch? Like,
But
You know what's
gotta
funny about rhinos is rhinos have one of the longest mating, getting it periods of.
Oh,
any
they fuck
animal
long? They fuck
because
the
they
longest?
they have no natural predator.
Oh,
So
that's
that rhino could just sit
interesting.
there and.
Wait, you're saying that the amount of time that you spend having sex has to do with
In
your
the
amount of
animal
natural
world, yes, yes.
predators?
Yes.
yeah, you gotta get done. You can't be in the middle of that and then the
Yeah.
lion shows
How long
up.
do great white sharks have sex for?
I haven't done the
Oh,
research.
God.
They're
I
not
mean,
mammals.
forever, because if they stop moving, they die.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
I know. I heard one time that bald eagles. They
Oh,
like
God.
line up in the air, hit each other,
Why eagles
and
keep-
then
They dock like refueling airplanes?
they fall until he.
Comes.
But he's got to come before they hit before they hit surface. That's some pressure, right?
And you can't beat these motherfuckers,
And then
right?
they just fly up.
Really? Nobody can beat. You can't beat these motherfuckers. You still scared of somebody.
Fuck that. I want to come back as an eagle. Like, you don't get in trouble for coming too fast? Are you shitting me?
And they hit each other at 60 miles an hour.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
How do you get your aim right at 60 is what I want to know.
What animal
The aim
are
right is
you?
no. The aim right is one thing, but the pressure, the ground coming at you is one thing. Your kid knocking on the door will throw me off my game.
That's okay. Interesting.
I'm telling you, I just
Somebody
made
dropped some free weight upstairs one time, throwed me off.
Yeah, your upstairs neighbor said we were too loud. I got out the game. That was
Lady Eagle's like, really? I didn't finish yet. Bitch, I saved your life.
Yeah.
Fucking
I kept you alive.
yes, I fucked and I dashed because if I don't, we die.
Yeah, that's the thing. But rhinos can just get it.
Cat-
Because
They
ain't
can't, 'cause
nothing
ain't nobody
messing with
trying
them.
to
You know
kill
what I
them.
mean? They just, I don't know what
what's their limit though? Are they like humans where eventually it's like the
I
overpowering
think what
nature
I
of
read
them?
said an hour to 2 hours.
God damn, you in for a shift.
Yeah.
You're not even talking about if you go to hell, a demon fucking you. I think a rhino is worse than a demon.
Bro, that might be the. You can't say.
I'm 44. I ain't got no interest in that kind of time period. You know
Now-
what I mean? I just
Okay,
don't.
now hang
You
on.
don't got
We
the
get.
lung capacity either.
Oh,
I
well,
make sure
sit
she
down
has a
side
good
of the
time.
table.
I have a good time.
This is an illness,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
you guys, we gonna hyperoxygenate. Y'all sound like a casino. This.
Hey, he's talking about my lung capacity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I gotta ask.
This.
Oh, it's not fucking cholesterol
So wait,
around
hang
my
on.
lungs.
What's the proper amount? What's the proper amount of time?
I just sound like I died. You are. I'm sorry.
Look, as long as my partner, and it's been the same partner for a long time,
Yes.
has a great time,
Okay.
then I'm free to go ahead and wrap it up.
Right. So
You
it
know
is
what I mean?
100% dependent on your
I can
partner's.
yeah, I mean, if it's me myself, I'm very good at it. I can wrap it up in less than a minute.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So hang on.
Alright.
So hypothetically, so let's run into territory. You're not hypothetically So situation where you're not in the committed relationships you are, but I say that just because the person, you know how long it takes the person. You guys have your rhythms.
Yeah, well, you're
If
together
you're-
14 years, you figure out the combination.
right.
It's like that.
But if you're not in that
my
equation,
God.
would you still feel a moral obligation if it took an hour? Would you feel like I got to stay in this for an hour, or
I would.
Yes,
Back in my
that's
single
generally
days,
speaking.
in my single days, I used to try
Respect.
to stay in there and do
That's
the
generally
work.
speaking.
I didn't want nobody talking bad about me.
Respect.
You know what I mean?
that's all?
That's
Respect.
generally speaking that you feel like it gets better as you figure it out as you get. Because I think maybe because I've been with my wife so long. I'm actually like I'm used to fucking her when we were teenage. I haven't figured out her grown woman combination.
Yeah, see,
like
that-
this is a different thing from. I'm like,
Oh, she changed the locks on you?
yeah.
Oh, man, that's fucked up. Now you got to
Well,
go get another key.
Oh, you
Yeah.
over there trying to get her through the window?
He's had the same key this whole time.
No, she doesn't let him in the window.
No,
That's so
They've
funny.
decided that's off limits.
Yeah, that's for birthdays and
I don't get to go in
anniversaries.
the window either. I feel you. One time, got kicked out of the window.
I've always said that though. My infidelity fucks is way better. I was like,
that's a
you want me to
stranger.
fuck you better?
You're trying to
Leave me
impress.
and be a bitch I'm fucking around with. My shit is off the charts.
yeah, I feel an obligation. I don't have the burdens or the benefits of a regular.
I have always
Relationship.
been a fella who is a thick status, and I've had to talk to girls my whole life to get to that point. You know, and it required some conversation, some chattiness. So I didn't want to leave anybody with a bad impression, like, yeah, he's fat and he can't fuck. You know what I mean? I
Right.
want to like, boy, he's chubby, but he'll put it on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. when y'all aren't together anymore, and then like her friend walks in, and was like, "You fucked that fat dude." She's like, "Yo, yeah, I did." And
I wanted a good Yelp review. You know what I mean?
now her friend is waiting for the girl you fucked to go to the bathroom.
So
and, like,
happy
solve
we'll
her
never
things
be
about it.
fat dudes. Like this, just the women that go like, "Oh, you fucked that guy. That's great." Just not to add gut to it is great.
No, I'm always, granted, I know I have always been, what's his face in Devil's Advocate, when he's like, I'm the guy that the girl gets up and goes, what the I was always that guy, like, God damn, he's a good talker.
That's yeah, it's an interest. I don't know how long I'd fuck a rhino to get to the point. Was that what we were
Let's
talking
go
about?
back to something. I got two questions for you. But do you think that she spit game to the dolphin?
Bro,
to
I don't
jack
think the
it off?
dolphin just
Or
goes. I
she
don't think
just
the
went in.
You know how long it takes? You ever tried to feed a squirrel? Like it takes a minute to
forever.
get. You gotta leave a nut on your knee for a minute. You gotta.
I think she flipped out of the hammock with a little too little on one day. and the dolphin went, hey.
You think they responded to that? Do you think it was just lonely
Well,
and it
they
was
rape
like
humans. They must respond
They
to
have
something.
to though. They use 15. They're supposed to use what? However much more percentage of their brain than we do. Which I don't think that they're smarter. Okay, because
Right.
they can't get a fucking newspaper off their face, and we can't litter in the ocean. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't that goddamn smart. You can't do this with a fin. You just sit there fucking squealing and wearing this
You
shit
get fucked up
like
by
a
plastic straws?
yes,
You over-
a fucking paper hat. You wearing this shit like you're in kindergarten.
I got look.
and you're
Wait,
supposed to
when I
be
see a
smart.
dolphin with a "Save the Human" sign, I will believe that we are on equal turf. That is,
Oh my
but
God,
until
this
then,
guy- yeah, fuck out of here.
you
So
over here. We got charities dedicated to you, and you trapped in our nets. That's
Yeah, maybe dolphins actually know what pheromones are.
Yeah.
Maybe they
No,
can see
I-
them coming, and they're like, "Oh, she's putting a little something."
they
on."
not making human safe tuna. It's fucking,
Jesus Christ.
what?
Sam doesn't
You've been
know
in
where to go
Seattle
with
too
this.
long.
you mad? You in love with a dolphin? What's wrong?
No, I just human safe too, and I was like, it's one of those words where I'm like, I don't know why I like it. I don't know why I like it.
What's your other question?
What animal are you
Most attracted to.
admired? Yeah, inspired to fuck because you know so many.
Okay, I was kidding.
But you know so many, sex facts. I mean, you pulled that rhino shit literally out your ass. You
After 2 hours.
After 2 hours. After 2 hours. Fuck.
Because he finally had to pull that rhino shit out of his ass. It's shaped like a corkscrew.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. It's like a duck, but angrier.
That's pigs.
You know that. I mean,
Wait, how many animal peni could you identify by description?
More than I want to tell you.
It's
God damn, boy, you on a watch list like a motherfucker.
No,
no, but he's on a couple of email lists.
I grew up in the country. You
Okay,
learn
okay.
such things. As a young boy
Where?
being raised
Where do they
around
teach you that in the
livestock and what
country?
have you.
They go. By the way, here's what its dick looks
You know
like.
how every college in Texas has an animal husbandry degree?
Yes.
Well, my people wrote those. You know, like, there's just things you got to know when you want to keep your animals alive and happy in the country.
You gotta know how they
what their
eat,
penises look like.
what they eat, what
It's
they
important
fuck.
knowledge.
Dude,
That makes
how many
sense.
how many different animal penises have you seen? Different species.
Like live?
Great question.
Yes.
No.
Or no, now on video also.
Or internet.
This is all of the above.
I read a lot.
Can you get
know?
a camera angle where we all just looking at this motherfucker?
Can we put a camera over
Is
here?
there any way we can just
we
get
get a
where we
camera
are?
over here?
I am a student of science. Okay? And,
Oh wow! You showed me this shit. Boats in a sink.
See?
And now you're a student of science. Jay, Way, get the fuck out of here.
Man, you could have just said 2 and moved on.
I know animal dicks.
Like every woman does.
I know buoyancy. I'm a
You
student
been
of
pulled over
science.
for beers. How many? 2, motherfucker. Here's your license. Carry on. Instead, we looking at a chart, the periodic table of animal dicks.
That right there, that's a turtle penis right there. It comes out slow.
You can see on the chart. You can see with the laser light where
I'm going to do a PowerPoint for y'all because I have a vast curiosity.
Oh my God, that's the new name for my dick, by the way. PowerPoint.
On this next slide, I'll be making you come.
They don't call it a red ear slider because of its ears.
or a scissor tail flycatcher. I know how this works.
No, how the fuck do you, honestly, do you just Google this shit or like what
I
happened?
just read a lot of stuff. Man.
Right.
She's very particular.
I have a vast, unfillable curiosity.
As do I.
All right, so do you know about the human dick?
Yeah, lots.
Okay, do you know how long are we supposed to last?
I know
You better have a more specific answer than Rhino.
I know the United States average is
3 to 7
between
minutes.
8 and 9 minutes.
I was told 3 to 7.
Wait, hang
No,
on.
that's the size.
That's about right.
No, the average size in the United States is supposed to be between 3 to 7. I ain't average. The average
Which way?
time period above, motherfucker, above.
Ah, fuck that. You got more dick in that gut. Just so you know. We put that shit in, and that shit come out.
That's why he's doing yoga.
Why do you think I grew the gut so I didn't scare people?
Hey,
That's why he's doing yoga. He's trying to change the locks on his waist.
push Jerry Wayne's stomach in, dick come out like a fucking slide whistle. It's
Bro, he goes to Chick-fil-A to keep women humble. You want to scare them with the full. You give them those full 2 inches on top of the. No, I'm with bro. Good for you.
I got a little something extra. You know what a little something extra is?
Yeah.
When you put both hands on it and that little part sticking out the top. That's a little something extra.
Yeah, and then you put your hand on top of it, and that's how you decide who goes first in baseball.
I don't know sports. Can't win games kicking field goals.
I knew that sport was gay.
Sorry, Jerry Wayne.
Nah, bro, he's doing that for the people. That's a beware a dog gut. Let you know, don't climb the fence.
You know what my papa said? He said, look, man, you got a big, expensive tractor. What do? You build a big, old, expensive shed on top of it. That's my barn.
Yeah, that right there.
That is the countryest way of saying I ain't exercising for shit.
I got heavy machinery I got to protect.
That's
rain, snow, ice, or sleet.
That's how you steal a country.
Strong. He just puts a tarp over it half the year.
Got a heater in there. It's all good.
So what animal do you want to fuck?
No, I don't want to fuck any animals.
Trey said you ain't gonna wait.
What animal you want to fuck you? Because you know about the dicks.
No, that's all scary.
So hang on, let's go back. So we covered your 3 to 7 is the average penis length.
Supposedly, in the United States.
Which is a large. That's a big plus or minus. That covers a lot of territory.
3 to 7.
But if that doesn't cover 90% of every, you know what I mean? That
but if
covers
you're
a lot
on the
of,
low end of that, don't be feeling average.
That right? Yeah. So the
Dude, I'm not even lying though, man. Oh boy.
So what? No, go ahead.
No, I've just talked to a lot of women and like, if 3 to 7 is average, there's a lot of disappointed women in these streets, which explains why bitches will drive 300 miles for dick because I'm not trying to, but that makes sense. It was like, it's above this.
Sounds like you two going up in the same bathroom as Rob and that biker with Kiki. Y'all go.
Oh yeah, right.
Trey's like, I got a big dick, but I got the asthma. Take it easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why I was like, what's the average time?
I got a big one, but don't be too aggressive.
Trey's on the good side of the average length, on the bad side of the average time.
Yeah.
You better make your best use of this, honey.
I'll give you big dick real fast. And time. It'll be like a
roadie.
Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson.
You do like a cowboy, just woo, I'm out.
No, what's the average time though? We are interested in that.
They were saying, I said 8 to 9, but I think it's 8 to 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
8 to 10 is the average sexual experience.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that include? Does that include all of it?
That's insertion.
You know rhinos last 2 hours.
Ejaculation.
But I don't know what that 2 hours includes. I don't know if the rhino has the rubber neck and.
Animals ain't got no. If animals don't, are we the only ones that foreplay? Us and primates, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like we're the.
I think so.
Oh, and penguins, I believe too. Okay, whales.
Yeah.
But it's not that many. Most animals, it's just bitch, you smell me. Like it literally is, bitch, you smell me.
Dolphins, they say. Does foreplay count? And at what point does any sort of foreplay turn into? I'm just trying to figure. I'm curious. I don't know
when
what I'm doing.
When does the actual experience start? I'm with you.
I had a line. I'm gonna say.
I think probably.
What's the X? What do women? Go ahead.
I was guessing,
can't say my line.
If I was guessing,
too much foreplay will turn into rape.
We're talking about rhinos and shit.
Bitch, how long you gonna make me wait?
Simmer down, Goku. You're exploding in the
I had one I should have saved. He was like,
this conversation made his lungs better. It's amazing.
Speaking in tongues by the second episode.
We cured Trey's asthma talking about rhino dick.
Saved by the balls.
Saved by the balls. Oh shit! All right,
right there in the chat, they go. There goes the last of Trey's oxygen.
They're absolutely right. God damn.
Oh, chat's on point again.
So
I love when they're killing.
All right, so we done talking about animal sex. And
we need to know who he trying to fuck.
Oh, which animal?
This
is Rob's replacement. We know Rob will fuck feet. We know this motherfucker will fuck. I don't even fuck.
So you say kangaroo rats? What's the?
No, I mean, I just have a vast curiosity about it. I read about their eating habits and all that shit, too, you know? But if you read about an animal, you're going to find out stuff, you know?
If you go far enough.
Yeah.
Great.
great. Fucking awesome.
I know that like a male lion has sex like 30 times a day.
Yeah, they fuck all day
But
long.
it's real fast.
Yeah,
30
But that
They also have no predators.
I was about to say that blows your apex predator theory.
No, they do have predators.
Yeah, but there's a pack of like 9 of them.
Poachers?
Fucking hyenas. There's all kind of animals that fucking go after lions.
Do hyenas do that? Do they jack you while you're having sex? Do they come
no,
over
they
like?
attack. Yeah. I thought you said jack.
No, not like do it.
I was
I'll
picturing a hyena
help.
up there with a paw like, hey,
Yeah,
buddy, we're
laughing
gonna
his
be
ass
friends.
off. No. That's no, I mean like would do animal stuff?
Yeah.
Do hyenas take advantage of lions while they're having sex?
Yes.
Okay.
What I read one time that the fastest cycle is like a prairie dog. Because they have so many natural predators and they can't do it down in the hole, so they have to
they
pop
come
up out
up.
the hole. Hope an eagle don't see them and get back in.
Why would they not just dig a bigger hole?
I don't know, man.
Because they're animals. They're
Because
fucking
who wants a big hole?
a big dick. So anyway.
No, that's
I'm just trying to
still want small.
Why would they not build a bigger hole? It seems like
makes sense to
evolution
me,
would.
you know.
How do you... Let me see this. Not the sidetracking. How do you not fuck a giraffe? It's tall. It's got that high ass with the long lashes.
So
Well, they don't.
okay, well one.
How do you not just get a ladder?
Is this a
That's
cartoon?
how you would
giraffe?
have to. Bro, I don't even clean the gutters
spit
out
on
the
this
house. It's I ain't getting on a ladder for no reason. Especially
you wouldn't climb a ladder for some pussy.
for some unproven giraffe pussy.
It's not unproven.
It is unproven.
The babies come out whole.
Yes.
I think giraffe pussy is proven. That's
If you
why
can
it's so
spit
high up.
you can spit a human-sized thing out of. You think it's so high up? It's like
It's value.
expensive fruit.
God made giraffe pussy high
Because it's so good.
because it's so good. It's top shelf. It's what is that? Jimmy Walker Blue? Whatever the fuck you just like right up.
Jimmy Walker? Jimmy Walker? This guy just dynamite!
Lord, bring me
Johnny Walker? Is it Johnny Walker?
Johnny Walker, motherfucker!
When you want good times, it's Jimmy Walker Blue.
Find it right next to the giraffe pussy.
Temporary laid off. It'll make you say, damn.
Jimmy Walker Blue. When you still think you're relevant. No, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. That guy's an asshole.
Jimmy Walker Blue. When your feature can only do 10 in front of you.
He must only work clean.
Jimmy Walker Blue. I don't work blue, motherfucker.
I like it.
All right, before I kill Trey, let's put this in the can and let's
He's dying.
I don't know what's funnier is that
He's
he
gone.
had to stand up to reach you. I just saw this whole fist.
and he wants the fucking giraffe. Here's, all right, Jerry Wayne Longmire, Trey Tutson, Sam Damaris. We got Will Loden on the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. He's going to be on Is This Thing On tomorrow night along with Trey. MC Lotto, don't miss that. It's going to be on our Twitch channel at 7:30. Clips from that on everything, us, including our YouTube. You know where to find us. God, we miss you guys in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. We're coming right back with episode 936.
Donate whiskey in an inhaler.
Yes. We'll see you soon.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.